7 things you should do every day if you have prediabetes, folks. This is something I talk about a lot on the show, is that 88% of Americans have a form of metabolic syndrome. Metabolic syndrome is one of the leading precursors to prediabetes, which of course leads to diabetes. So if 88% of Americans have, basically pre-diabetes, this is let's study up, folks. I'm doing more food stuff. I'm reading food articles online, and some of them I'm sharing with you. So let's take a look at these tips. These are things that I've said a lot. According to the American Diabetes Association, 96 million Americans 18 years and older have had prediabetes in 2019. 96 million Americans. That's a lot. It doesn't mean you'll develop type 2 diabetes, especially if you follow a treatment plan and make healthy lifestyle choices. For some folks with prediabetes, moderate lifestyle changes can actually bring blood sugar levels back to the normal range, which can help prevent or delay the onset of type 2 diabetes. Below are 7 healthy habits you could do daily that are recommended by registered dietitian nutritionists, RDNs, who specialize in prediabetes. So these are things you should do regardless of whether or not you're pre-diabetic. It's just that the marketing of this article is marketing toward those with prediabetes. But again, 88% of Americans, according to a 2019 study, have metabolic syndrome, which is essentially pre-diabetes. It's what leads to it. But anyway, it's one of many things. Of course, obviously, I'm not a doctor. 1, fill half or more of your plate with non-starchy vegetables. So one of the problems here, right off the bat here that I'm seeing is that there's the implication of a plate. Like, do Americans eat out of plates anymore? Like, do we actually cook food and then put food on a plate in, like, portions? Let's be honest here. Like, most of the time people eat out of, packages. They eat out of, like, boxes or, like, plastic wrap or whatever. Let's be honest here. Like, do Americans even use plates anymore? Once you do this, you'll find you'll never be hungry eating moderate-sized portions of starchy foods and protein-rich foods, says Jill Weisenberger, MSRDNCDCESCHWCFAND. LMAO, what the fuck? I mean, like, what kind of title is that? Like, imagine saying that at a fucking party. Like, her name alone, Weisenberger, like, that's already a little lengthy if you ask me. But hello, my name is Jill Weisenberger, MSRDNCDCESCH. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm sorry, what? Creator of the free guide, Can I Eat That with Prediabetes? The non-starchy vegetables are low calorie, low carb, and very filling. Plus, they're jam-packed with health-boosting phytonutrients that act as antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. Does anyone even know what the fuck any of this means? Like, let's be honest. Like, I'm sorry. No offense to this person. This person seems great, and this seems like a really good book or guide, I guess. And the work is really good. It's just that I don't know what the fuck this is. Like, that's my problem. So manage your stress. Now, this is a big, important factor, is stress. A lot of people don't understand. And this is why I tie diet to capitalism all the time, folks. Diet, is one of the main ways that capitalists kill you. They try to control you. They try to manipulate your health. And, that leads you to being in the hospital system, paying higher insurance rates, going to the hospital more often, going to the doctor more often for more procedures that all stem from diet. So again, diet is a huge problem. But again, capitalism, what it does is it basically gives you no free time. You're not allowed to look up how to free yourself from bad dietary habits. You don't have time for it. And that's one of the big things as well, is you don't have time, and you're also stressed all the time because you don't have time. I'm stressed because I have too much time sometimes. So sometimes we're just stressed because we're fucking stressed, okay? God damn it. But if you want to have a healthy lifestyle when it comes to eating and you want your body to perform at peak ability, you got to manage your stress. How do you do that? Well, let's read. Lauren Harris Pincus, MSRDN, founder of and author of blah, 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 explains that chronic stress can wreak havoc on health and well-being by hindering your immunity. Right, so we know stress is bad. So we know stress is bad. What do we do about that? Make time for self-care by choosing a relaxing activity you enjoy, preferably off of screens like knitting, painting, word puzzles, listening to music, or reading a good book. I would recommend journaling. I would recommend that as a way to lower your stress, because not only are you getting off of a screen, but you're also working on your mental health as well. So again, I can do several hours of just material on that. Get your ZZZ''S. Did you know that not getting enough sleep not only makes you cranky, but it makes you less likely to stick to your healthy eating goals? In addition, Weisenberger says this actually messes with your body's response to insulin. So again, one of the big problems, again, with capitalism is you're stressed out all the time and you don't sleep enough. Why? Well, you have two options. Either you get sleep, or you watch a movie for once and enjoy your life, or you play a video game and enjoy your life, or whatever. And then you get 5 hours of sleep, and then you wake up and you're like, oh, and then you got to do the fucking cycle all over again. Folks, I need to tell y'all, sleep is important. Again, I'm planning on doing a dreaming show, so if you want sleep to be entertaining, I recommend lucid dreaming. If you want that, it's a reason to look forward to sleep every day. I'm going to do a dreaming show sometime soon-ish, in the next month, maybe. But again, sleep is important. Eat your fruits and veggies. So again, folks, this is a big one. According to the CDC, only 1 in 10 Americans consume the recommended 5 to 9 servings of fruits and veggies per day. These foods are brimming with nutrients and fiber and are low in calories. Plus, according to Harris Pincus, the antioxidants, blah, blah, blah. Okay, 1 in 10 Americans eat vegetables. Now, we know that 95% of Americans don't eat the daily recommended minimum amount. So the daily recommended amount of fiber is a range. 95% of Americans do not hit the minimum end of that range. So it's like, again, it would be one thing if they hit the minimum, but didn't hit the recommended or the maximum or whatever, right? There isn't really no maximum, but that'd be one thing, but they don't even hit the minimum. 1 in 10 Americans consume the recommended amount of fruits and veggies per day. Let's be honest. What that's telling us is 9 in 10 Americans don't eat vegetables. And that's something I've been saying on this show for a long time. 95% of Americans do not eat vegetables. They don't. They're dumb. But why are they dumb? Why are we dumb, I should say? Why is the American culture so stupid when it comes to food? It's designed like that, again, of course. Do they teach you how to eat healthily in school? No. All they do is teach you how to work. What are you going to be when you grow up, kiddo? Right? And then you work 2 jobs. You don't have any time to cook. You don't have any time to research how to eat. And you were never taught that by school. Again, we're living in this situation now in the United States of America where we're multiple generations down from when processed food and fast food began to take a hold of the American markets. I was never taught to cook by my parents. I'm sure a lot of people in this country also were never taught to cook by our parents. Something that we probably should know, maybe in school, right, if there's a parental deficit, or by our parents if there's a scholastic deficit. A lot of Americans, I'd love to see a study on this, were never taught how to cook by their parents, myself included. A lot of people that I have spoken to have also told me the same as well. But again, 95% of Americans do not reach the minimum amount of fiber. That's a problem. Now, again, vegetables are not the only source of fiber. You can find fiber in other kinds of food, but vegetables are the main source of fiber. So there you go. Avoid binge drinking. Folks, binge drinking, something I'm very familiar with. I'm just going to skip this one, Get moving. Prolonged sitting, including spending many hours watching television or in front of a computer, may accelerate your risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Get moving. Folks, I recommend, walk or bike, places that, like, let's say that there's, like, you need to go to, like, the 7-Eleven to get whatever, and it's, like, down the street. Maybe take a walk. You don't need the car. Like, I don't have a car, so I don't have a car. But maybe, walk around your house, even walk around your block, if that's an option. If you're, a man, walk around the block. If you're not a man, walk around your house. Just walk around, have activities based around walking. Create like a chore schedule. you know, like of doing certain cleaning activities so that, you know, it evens out to you're walking at least once a day. Fill your plate with plant-based choices. Number 7. Powerful folks. We're talking about power here. Powerful plant-based foods like nuts, seeds, fruits, and vegetables, and whole grains, beans, legumes, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, again, we already know that. Again, just, you know, 88% of Americans have a form of metabolic syndrome. Just, you know, be careful. Here's some 7 tips according to eatingwell.com. You know, pretty good article. Not so sure about number 5. But, you know, good article. Now, to be serious, though, about number 5. I don't know what binge drinking is, right? Like, so one of the problems here is, what is binge drinking? Like, so let's read. Binge drinking can cause, okay, so about 2 hours where you can increase. Okay, binge drinking is defined as 4 or more drinks for women and 5 or more drinks for men in about 2 hours. I don't know, 4 drinks in 2 hours. I don't, you know. For me, right, like, binge drinking is like a day activity. It's like a whole day activity. Like, you know, you start up at 10 and you have like you know, 2 shots in the morning, and then you have like a, you know, something in your hand throughout the whole day. That's binge drinking. 4 drinks in a 2-hour period. I don't know about that. It also makes no mention of water. Binge drinking can cause the pancreas to become inflamed and unable to secrete insulin as a result of excessive alcohol. I don't know about binge drinking. I often don't drink 4 or more drinks in a single sitting. You know, I'm a moderate drinker. You know, on the definitional scale, I'm a moderate drinker. I've had my fair share of binges. But 4 drinks is usually my maximum, honestly. I mean, like, you know, I've had more than 4 many times. But typically, I would say maybe 95% of the time that I'm consuming alcohol, it's usually 1 or 2. Drinks, I'm a moderate drinker, just like I'm a moderate Democrat. I believe I'm a pragmatic, you know, moderate Democrat, and you know, we just need to compromise, folks. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, 4 drinks in a 2-hour period, though. I mean, I've had 4 drinks throughout the day. Is that binge drinking? I don't know. It says 2-hour period, so hey, I'm just saying. Drink some water if you're going to do that. But also, again, seriously, though, eat healthy. Again, it pays dividends, folks. You go to the hospital less, you feel better, you think better, you're happier. I mean, really, it's just you're a happy person. So there you go. I've never gotten a hangover in my life. Let me like, never in my entire life, I've never gotten a hangover. I want to.